Hi, I'm Tim Anderson, President and CEO at the United States Senate Federal Credit Union. Very pleased to talk today a little bit about our DEI program. Very excited about what we're doing here at the credit union. Just this year, the NCUA Chairman Harper really asked credit unions to embrace this idea of DEI. And we've been really active here at the credit union. I'm very proud of our committee led by Teresa Buckner. The employees are doing just great things with DEI here. So I encourage everyone to kind of coalesce around the DEI program, the things that we're trying to do with DEI, and I'm just so proud of our employees here at the United States Senate Federal Credit Union.
Hello, I'm Teresa Buckner, Training Manager for the United States Senate Federal Credit Union and DEI Committee member. We are here to talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion year in review for 2021.
My name is Morgan Middleton, and I am the branch manager at the Senate Federal Credit Union. I am excited and proud to say that I am a member of the DEI Committee. We abide by 3 principles, and that is trust, togetherness, and transparency. Come and see about us and what we're all about.
Our committee's focus is to empower all employees of the credit union to remove barriers such as, but not limited to, social injustice, inequality, and racial trauma. We are committed to engaging the voices of all employees of the credit union to promote equality and compassion for all. Now, we abide by the following 3 principles. Listen closely. We have trust, transparency, and lastly, togetherness.
Diversity, equity, inclusion. Here at the United States Senate Federal Credit Union, we take that serious.
What I'd like to share with you now is the success that we've had in the DEI program since 2020. Teresa, why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the things that have happened?
So starting at the end of 2020, I had the chance to meet with my colleagues, the HR, that was my boss, Heather Mansour, and my colleague, Stephanie Mortensen. And I also spoke with Tim Anderson, our CEO, just sharing the vision of what I want and the direction I want to go in. Mm-hmm. And then from there, I was able to get the talents of Milton Hunt, and he was able to start making this vision, this dream a reality for us.
Very good.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we had some initial planning up front, if I remember. So why don't you share with our audience what happened in 2021? Because I know we were just getting off the ground. What are some of the things that happened then?
So literally once we got off the ground, we started, I don't want to say running, but it was kind of like a slow jog, because at this point we had to get in front of the senior management team, and so I wanted to share where I wanted to go with a proposed timeline and a little bit of education, the difference between diversity, equity, and inclusion, what it meant and what it could mean for the credit union staff and members. Yeah. And then from there, we started forming our incredible DEI committee.
Well, I remember in the early stages, we first developed the mission statement, yes, and we developed a logo and some policies to kind of have our own identity. Absolutely. But tell us kind of now we started moving to the 3rd or 4th quarter of 2021. What are some of the things that began to happen then?
So once we did that, because again, we wanted to make that we were shaping this in the right way, we wanted to hear from you all. So we did send out a survey to all staff with 10 questions just to get a pulse of how they felt about culture. They felt like their voices were being heard and what they would like to see as it relates to diversity, equity, inclusion, and culture.
I remember early on when we were getting back some of the results, we were finding that what people really wanted was education. They wanted to learn about other cultures. We found that people wanted a safe environment to learn, where it was non-judgmental, people could share openly, and not feel like they were attacked. Because we all come to the workplace with different belief systems. And we learned a lot about the word diversity, and it's not about color, it's about characteristics, how we all bring different diversities to work every day. So what are some of the great things, Teresa, we got planned for 2022?
Oh my goodness, what we have, we are already in the throes of doing something incredible for Black History Month. We are in week 2. We're going to have an interview with Bertie Bowman. Actually, we're sitting in the building now, the building that is named for this incredible trailblazer. And we have some great things lined up for Women's History Month. Yes. We are going to speak with the board, and we just have so much that we are planning to do for 2022.
Yes.
And we really are appreciative of everyone that has read everything that we have posted on the forum last year, because our cornerstones was educate and celebrate.
Absolutely.
We wanted to make sure that people were learning a little bit and having some fun along the way, but our biggest thing is making sure that people are learning something. You're walking away with, hey, I didn't know that. And so 2022, stay tuned, there's going to be a whole lot more of that.
Well, Teresa, let me just share. My 30 years of having done this work, it's always a breath of fresh air when we meet and I share with you some ideas and some visions I have, and you then blend yours together, and we find ourselves moving in the right direction.
Yes.
We just want to share this with you. Remember the 3 T's. It's trust, togetherness, and transparency. That's what it's all about.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Teresa Buckner. I am the training manager for the United States Senate Federal Credit Union.
And I'm Stephanie Mortensen. I'm the Director of Human Resources.
And we have a bit of a diversity story that we would love to share.
We basically started from the same place. We were born in the same hospital in Morris County, New Jersey, 6 weeks apart from each other. And our families had similar circumstances. Our fathers actually both worked for the same company. Her father was a computer programmer for Bell Labs. My father was an electrical engineer for Bell Labs. So there's a really good chance that both our fathers could have worked together on similar projects. So that is where we started from.
Right.
So we had a similar starting point. After that, I can't say, when did you move the first time?
I moved probably when I was 3 years old, 4 years old. I moved to North Dakota, Rhode Island. We definitely took a different path. We lived in multiple states based on the projects that my father was a part of.
And my story is basically my parents moved to a town called Mountain Lakes in New Jersey, which was the town over from the Parsippany, which is where my parents lived when I was born, and we never moved. Other than 1 year where my dad took a sabbatical and we lived in Alabama, but I was so young I don't remember a lot of it at that time, because Bell Labs had a program that allowed them to take time off to teach, and so that's what he did. So I had more of a homogeneous background when it comes to things like diversity of people, religion, all of those things. So when I was having my beliefs established, it was in a more homogeneous type way as opposed to a culturally diverse type of way.
And I grew up living in multiple states, and I was definitely involved in lots of different cultures because every couple of years we moved somewhere different. The fact of the story is we found this out when I came to the credit union 2 years ago.
Right.
And I think there's a beautiful story because it really just speaks to diversity and what it's not. It really erases this misnomer that it's just about race and it's just about gender. The two of us obviously can look, we're very different just looking at us, but our backgrounds are so identical.
And the other thing that you can take from this is that probably one of the main beliefs that makes us work is our ability to be open. Our ability to be open to other people's beliefs, culture, ethnicity, or sexual orientation, all of those things that establish what your beliefs are. So it does mean that we can take other people's ideas and build off of them, because we look at them as, okay, they don't think like me, but that doesn't make the idea wrong or inaccessible, or because you have to take a look at the fact that our membership is as diverse as the world.
Yes.
And so since our membership is that diverse, then our employee base and our idea base and our belief base also has to be that diverse.
Absolutely.
In order for it to be able to commingle, to work.
Yes. And so we wanted to share this story because we are a slice of what diversity is. And so we are sharing with our true transparency, and we also invite you, share your story, or better yet, just join us. Thank you.
A trailblazer, a leader in diversity, equity, and inclusion, Bertie H. Bowman.
My name is Eddie Villanueva. I'm here as System Administrator at the USFCU, and I'm part of the DEI committee, where we focus on the 3 T's. Trust, because without trust, we don't have that support that we need for our employees. Transparency, because everything that we provide to you will be clear to you. And togetherness, because as a team, we move better together. And see, you can join us now.
We need your participation. We need your support. We need you to get involved in the DEI committee.